Hi viewers, I am Dr. Caroline, orthodontist and an Invisalign specialist. Early orthodontic treatment for kids at 7 to 8 years is the new normal. Now usually braces treatment we start from 12 years onwards. That is what the trend was before. But nowadays at 7 to 8 years itself, the Orthodontic Society mandates that they bring their children for consultation. So 7 to 8 years, definitely an orthodontic consultation is mandatory. Now why is the 7 to 8 year period very critical? So at this stage only, the jaw growth happens, facial development happens and also the teeth erupts. So all these three things comes together, and at this time when we see orally, all the front teeth would have erupted, the back molar teeth would have erupted, and also the jaw direction of growth would have been predictable. So at this stage it becomes very easy for an orthodontist to predict the future treatments. So when we see into the oral cavity, the front teeth would have erupted, the permanent molars would have erupted, and also the direction of growth of the jaws would be already decided. So at this point, it becomes very easy for the orthodontist to diagnose the problems and to treat it orthodontically. Now coming on to what are the different problems that can be diagnosed early. So the first thing would be crossbite. So there are two types of crossbite. The one is anterior crossbite, the other one is posterior crossbite. So the anterior crossbite happens in the front teeth. So usually the upper teeth is always ahead of the lower teeth. But in anterior crossbite, what happens is the lower teeth will be ahead of the upper teeth. So this is something that the orthodontist will be able to make out. And then when it comes on to the posterior teeth, the upper teeth again should be placed more buccal or outward in comparison to the lower teeth. But what happens in a crossbite is just opposite. The lower teeth would be placed more outward than the upper teeth. So this is called posterior crossbite. So whether it be anterior crossbite or posterior crossbite, the orthodontist will be able to diagnose it properly at this stage. Now coming on to the another condition which can be diagnosed early is proclination. So the upper teeth usually is very much placed forward in compared to the lower teeth in the front region. So what happens is the lips will not be closed, and because the upper teeth way ahead, the lower lip will actually get trapped behind the upper teeth. So because of this, what happens is the child starts to breathe through the mouth rather than through the nose. And another condition which can be diagnosed very early is crowding. So the permanent teeth which usually erupt, if the primary teeth is going to stay longer, or if the primary teeth sheds even before its time, then the permanent teeth is going to get crowded. So when such a thing happens, when there is no space available in the jaw and such a thing happens, now coming on to what problems can be detected early, the first one would be anterior crossbite. So the crossbite usually happens when the upper teeth is placed behind the lower teeth. Ideally, the upper teeth should be ahead of the lower teeth, but in anterior crossbite, the lower teeth is placed ahead. And another type of crossbite is posterior crossbite. So ideally, the upper teeth should be placed more outward when compared to the lower teeth in the back region. So posterior crossbite happens when the lower teeth is placed outward when compared to the upper teeth. So these conditions can be diagnosed by an orthodontist very easily at about 7 to 8 years of age. And another problem which can be found out easily is proclination. So the upper front teeth is usually placed way ahead. So what happens is the lower lip usually gets trapped behind the upper front teeth. So this condition can also be diagnosed very easily. And another thing is crowding. So crowding happens when there is no enough space in the jaw for the erupting teeth. So it happens either due to early or late fall of milk tooth as well. And another thing is the habits. So tongue thrusting habit or thumb sucking habit and even the mouth breathing habit, all these habits can be very much diagnosed by an orthodontist at this stage. and another one is the jaw growth. So, at this point the direction, the growth of the jaw, lower jaw as well as the upper jaw can be diagnosed very easily, and it is very easy to catch at this stage and correct as well. Now, coming on to orthodontic treatment, it is divided into phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is for children between 7 to 10 years of age, and phase 2 is for children between 12 to 16 years of age. So, in phase 1 between 7 to 10 years, the first thing that we correct is anterior crossbite and posterior crossbite. So, such crossbites can be corrected by using expanding appliances. So, we have something called as rapid maxillary expansion appliance, by which the width of the upper jaw can be increased so that all the teeth can be accommodated in the jaw. And even for the front teeth which is in crossbite, we can use palatal plates along with springs. So, that will help in correcting the anterior crossbite, and there is also an appliance called as Catalan's appliance, which also is very effective. And then coming on to the proclinations, we can use something known as 2x4 appliances. It is braces which has just 6 brackets in it and a wire in it. So, such appliance can be used for correcting proclination. And then when we come on to crowding, so we can maintain the space by using space maintenance. So, now coming on to crowding, so when there is no inner space in the arch and the milk tooth usually falls off before its time, then we use something known as space maintenance. We maintain that space in the jaw till the permanent teeth erupts. So, space maintenance can be used, and then if there is too much of crowding, then we even go for jaw expansion devices. And then when we come on to habits such as mouth breathing, so in order to encourage the children to breathe through the nose, we use appliance known as oral screen. So, it acts like a screen in the mouth, and the child generally starts breathing through the nose. And when it comes to thumb sucking, so almost up to 4 years of age, thumb sucking is okay, but when the child crosses about 7 years, it is definitely not ideal. So, what happens is, if the thumb is always placed inside the mouth, the upper jaw is going to get narrow, the teeth is going to get proclined, and the front teeth is not going to meet. So, that is called as open bite condition. So, all these detrimental effects happens in the teeth and the jaws. So, we treat it by giving appliances such as bluegrass appliance in the upper jaw. So, it has a palatal plate and it has a bead in it. So, whenever the child places the thumb in the mouth, what happens is the bead in it, it just gets slipped off, and the thumb and the child always takes out their thumb. They cannot keep it in their mouth. So, this appliance is very effective for thumb sucking habits. So, now coming on to tongue thrusting habit, usually children who have large tongue, they tend to protrude the tongue against the upper and the lower teeth. So, usually the spaces between the upper and the lower teeth opens up, and the tongue keeps pushing it. So, in such cases we give appliances, removable and fixed appliances are available onto the upper teeth, onto the upper palate, which contains tongue crips. Those are metal tongue crips which usually keep the which usually discourage the tongue being kept onto the palate. So, tongue comes onto the correct position. Now, what happens in a 7-year-old's orthodontic consultation? So, when you bring your kid to an orthodontist, we usually examine the child's teeth. We see if the permanent teeth which should have been shed by this age is shed, and we see if the permanent teeth is on the way, and then we check the space availability. Then we check the oral musculature, we check the tongue, we check the cheeks, we check the lips, then we check the facial development and also the direction and the amount of jaw growth that has happened. So, after all these examinations, we take a full mouth radiograph. After all this examination, we usually take a full mouth radiograph and we see for the permanent teeth which are incoming, which are erupting. So, and we also check the health of the condyle and the coronoid process, which is usually the components of the temporomandibular joints, the joint of the lower jaw which connects it to to the rest of the head. So, we also examine the health of these joints. And then now coming on to certain misconceptions about the treatment which is carried out at this young age is, the first one is the 7 to 8 years treatment is actually not required. So, that is the most that is the biggest misconception. At 7 to 8 years, an orthodontic consultation is definitely required, and if it mandates treatment, then treatment should be carried out at that age. So, and another misconception is 7 to 8 years is too early for any treatment. That is not the thing. 7 to 8 years is the time when the problems actually develop. So, at that time, if we can diagnose them properly and intercept it properly, then definitely it is going to help the child. Then another conception is, at 7 to 8 years treatment, the treatment cost is more. So, that is not the case, because if the problem is just left there and it goes on to a full blown stage when the child grows into an adult, then the expense would be actually more. So, at 7 to 8 years itself, if we diagnose the problem correctly and we treat it correctly, then the amount of money that we spend there is definitely very efficient, and it will be very less. And another thing is, the duration is very long. It is not like that. At this stage, if we treat it properly, then the phase 2 treatment, which happens above 12 years, the duration of the treatment will actually be lessened. Now, how does early treatment save time and as well as money? So, early treatment during the 7 to 10 years, it gives a lot of confidence to the kid. Then another thing is, we can reduce the duration of treatment of the second phase of orthodontic treatment. And another thing is, we can avoid the extractions that would happen when the child grows into an adult and they go on with the braces or aligner treatment. And the another advantage is, we can even avoid surgeries which might be required when the kid grows into an adult. So, all these advantages are there when we do the treatment between 7 to 10 years of age. Now, coming on to certain tips for the parents. So, one thing is, parents, please be very prompt to bring your children for an orthodontic consultation at this age, because it is a very critical window wherein the growth is not going to come back again. So, the growth of the child which is there in this period of time is a very critical stage. So, whenever we correct any problem at this growth window, the results are always better. So, and another thing is, parents, please observe the kids' teeth. So, whether spaces are present between the kids' teeth, whether any teeth is in crossbite or any teeth is proclined, any teeth is placed out of the arch. So, all these small observations, please do carry on with your kids. And if the kid is having thumb sucking habit above 4 to 5 years, please do visit the orthodontist. And also, if the kid is having any mouth breathing habit, please do visit the orthodontist. So, a single orthodontic visit can actually change your kid's future smile. So, a healthy and a confident smile can be gifted by you at this very early age. Thank you.